Sanibonani ke emakhaya kwindawo zonke enibukeleni kuzo. Sise Ebuhlanti ke Ebuhlanti sasishilo and isimane sisho nje every weekend sinitshela ukuthi thina sihambela noma ubani, sihamba noma ikuphi, sikhuluma noma ubani. Sikwenye conference namhlanje a very interesting organizedwa lana ngu-Apostle Joshua Mthanyelwa. Sithema ke sizovela kule conference ngoba itopic yakhona ingathi ihlukile. Amanye siwahambela ama-conference kukhulunywa ngama-condoms, ukumithisana njalo njalo. Ngesinye isikhathi amajita asho nje ukuthi yazini dala sikhuluma ngale zinto asesipani thina. But I remember ngiye kwenye indawo la eJoburg about 200 men abuza ukuthi sizoqashwa la okanye nizokhuluma nge-GBV. Sathi thina sizokhuluma nge-GBV aphakama la majita athi until such time sikhulume nge-economy nomsebenzi, will listen to you. So ne-interest ngale gathering yanamhlanje bengikhona la ngaphakathi ngizwile ukuthi nama speakers ebeshaya isikhonkosini ekhuluma ngendoda. Siyenze njani imali? Ngoba abanye bathi indoda mayibuyele back to iposition yayo. Ukhuluma uya kanjani kwiposition uMasaka? I mean election bekubizwa uMasaka, let me put it that way. Election uthwasa ngoMasaka masingana nix, but kube busy kuthiwe go back to your position njengendoda. Masiqale kuwo bhuti wami. Siya njani kwiposition yethu njengamadoda uma ngabe singekho involved ku-economic justice, economic literacy, singekho involved kwizinto ezenza ukuthi senzeni imali? Sure. Usawuzazisa nalapha emakhaya ukuthi ubani, and then usho ukuthi mhlawumbe uphuma kweyiphi company, le company yakho yenzani?
Ngiyabonga baba.
Yeah.
Igama ubonga Sibisi. I represent By Faith Concept brand. By Faith Concept brand, firstly, it's a clothing brand. Within the organization, we also just do manufacturing in the clothing space. So it's not just our own brand. Anything to do with manufacturing in Basha, that is what we are involved in. I think the most important thing with anything, it's education. Ukuthi sizifundise ukuthi izinto zisebenza kanjani, so that we can be able to solve inkinga ezikhona, whether it's in the families, in our economies, and so forth. So for me, the best way that we can go back to basics is really just to be educated and be informed about our opportunities akhona le ngaphandle, so that we can be able to play a role. Umuntu ofundisekile is able to identify our problems and provide a solution, whereas umuntu who is just idling will not be able to provide a solution. So for me, the most important thing it's for us to be able to have the question.
I'm sure most ukhuluma ukuthi education first.
Yeah.
Awusho ngosibusele eklasini ngoba sabaleke eklasini.
Angisho kusibuyisela eklasini.
Angithi amajita sina siphume early esikoleni.
There's formal education and there's informal education.
Yes. So sikhuluma nge-economic literacy.
100%. So godwa I think also masikhuluma nge-education, i-education system nendlela esiphila ngayo asifani. Kwi-education system uqale uye esikoleni uyofundiswa about everything generic.
Yeah.
And then ekugcineni they test you about lezi zinto ozifundile. Whereas in life as amadoda siqale sidlule lezi zinto.
Before ngiye kula majita, ukuba ne-company i-operate nokuthi ibe i-dream, niyayenza imali kule company?
It's the sole purpose.
Because angithi kunama issues lana ukuthi yes, opportunities must be there, iphinde access ibe i-problem.
Yes.
Yabona?
Yes.
Seniyenza nini imali?
It takes time. It takes time, but we're at a more comfortable space now.
So akufana izona.
Basize
kuwe Apostle. Yeah, udecide ukwenza this very important and historic conference. Mina you remember ngisay Secretary General yamajita in South Africa. Akunandawo engayazi la eSouth Africa, but this one is the first of its kind. Ngiyaqala nami uku-attenda i-conference where i-topic i-economy. Yini ekupushile ukuthi wenze i-event of this nature?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
ngiyabingelela mina igama nguJoshua kwaMthanyela.
Especially abantu baseSoweto.
Bantu baseSoweto, greetings. Igama lami nguJoshua kwaMthanyela, umntana kaSis Flora. So I'm the founder and the president of Men of Purpose. And the reason really we have this conference today, there are African stories which are successful stories. that are not told. We're only told about men that are trash, trash, told that we're failures. But there are successful stories. Like Ubonga Spisi, is a successful story.
Yeah.
Masugu is a successful story.
Yeah.
But it's losers. Yeah. So the reason that we says, let's talk about our journey in life of overcoming poverty.
Yeah.
But to you to overcome poverty,
Yeah.
the color of success is white.
Yeah.
It's never African.
Yes.
But we want to say umfana.
The donors are white.
Yeah, it's white. The Misha to it is white.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we want to change the narrative.
Yeah.
And says there are people like Professor Maurice Khadeb, who have been in the oil industry.
Yeah.
You can learn from them.
Yeah.
But there are also other careers.
Yeah.
Ulendo ibone TV. That can.
Before siye breaking ngoba ngifuna sikhulume noMasuku as well. Mawukhuluma la ngoba sesijwayela amatopic ama condoms ukurape ukumithisana zonke lezi zinto nje ezenza ezisidistractayo as amajida ikhona resistance la or ikhona ithemba ukuthi yazini laba bantu labo are tired of this bondage.
Yeah, I think men are tired of conferences where they're being bashed.
Yeah.
Where we throw also solution on them.
Yeah.
Rather than to say, guys, where are you? What's happening in your life? How do I help you to rise up?
Makasiyame sebreaking because ngiyayithanda lento ikhulunywa lana ngoba enye yezinto amajita engimina engike notice as siqale le program yobuhlanti ukuthi amajita awathanda ukureducewa to sasa. Yeah. Every time sinama gatherings kuba nesoro shame. The very same people need to be breadwinners but niyaba reducer to sasa. Mabephuma nakulama conference baphuma be defeated ukuthi batshelwe indaba zabo uyabona and then abanye bathi uyazini angiphindi ngize kuyo yonke lento. I'm happy ke ukuthi akuna resistance lapha.
No, not at all. We are being empowered.
Yeah.
We sakha indoda. Yeah, see, an iron sharpens an iron.
Yeah.
Angizi nama solution. Now uneyakho solution, but your pain can help me.
Yeah.
Your success can help me. Yeah. So that's why we're here to say
Excellent gents, sikhuluma nge-economy namhlanje namadoda. Make sihambe se-breaking and then sibuye sikhulume noBaba Masuku. Stay tuned. Sisesebhlanti sitheke masibuya sizokhuluma nendoda yaziwayo la eSouth Africa uBaba Masuku uthi naye azikhulumele njengomuntu ebeke wakhuluma la ngaphakathi bengikhona ngalesikhathi bekhuluma though ke mina ngitraumatizile ishle out lena lezi zinto azikhulumayo zipractically kanjani masikhulume nawe baba wami ngicela ukubingelela abantu emakhaya ubatshele ukuthi ubani wenzani uphuma kweyiphi company ngoba namhlanje sifuna uku-inspire abantu ba register ama companies aphinda deregister kuthiwe zama futhi lapha yakhona sivele sithi yazini vele ubheke vele uyesontweni man yazi awusekho nix ofuna uyenza unokwazi ukuyenza but nangamajita ezizinto ezipractical baba wami
sanibona emakhaya igama lami uzipho zonke ama-initials wami NZBU kwaMasuku ngi-TV producer. I've been at it for the last 20 years and mafuna mhlawumbe ngenzani ngama-Sundays ngo-7:30 kwa-SABC1 kunedrama emedlala bathi identity umsebenzi wami o-current lowo. So yes.
Yeah. So yini mhlambe ono-highlighta nje njengoba ukhuluma namajita la ngaphakathi othi yazini ukuze amajita aphume kule poverty ngoba sinale stigma and sibiblical mina ngizoyibiza ukuthi stigma lesokuthi after all we breadwinners, after all sizi heads zama families, after all society ibheke thina uyabona. So makuzokuthiwa kune unemployment rate engaka eSouth Africa abantu they can't even start their own businesses yini mhlambo nophuma nayo kule conference?
Mina as much as ngikhuluma from a certain TV but my passion right now nezobe khuluma nomngami ukuthi I'm approached by a lot of people.
Yes.
So sikume ngendaba ukuthi I interact with a lot of ama chefs and abaningi babo but hey ngifaka ama CV ehotel nje angithola umsebenzi 3 ziphelile ngithi izandla zikhona na uyishef une qualification lezandla lezi ezana And the whole point of it, if we not, I mean, my conversation now is, thola into nangelanga mawuyenza 250 ngelanga whether amagwinya whether uthengisa ikota i-problem is amabhunu bayabamba lento le ibhunu lenza i-plumbing liyi-electrician liyi-bricklayer thina sivele ekutheni hambe wenza i-bcom bese uyo-aplya so i-culture kumele sishintshe emadodeni ukuthi no unani yini ongabamba uyenze noma ngalala uphethe 300 rand ngelanga you build on that, you build your brand, then in 5 years time you will be somewhere. The problem is abantu bathi ngifuna ukuqasha ebank ngifuna le 12,000. That's the first thing that you must change. What can you do with these hands? Can you not start into okuthengisa amakota? Can you not start i-car wash? The problem is thina ngokwethu siyahlekana kubonga uzothi makawasha amateksi laphana enorth nithi awumbheke ewasha amateksi but if ngelanga wenza washa amateksi a5 and a100 rand ulala ne-500 rand mina ngilala ekoneni ungenzanga next. So the problem is I think it's amajita. What we must take from the conference is where can you start? Even if it's in Ngane, you need to start.
I mean, kunento a very disturbing namhlanje South Africa. I'm not trying to bring Operation Dudula concept in this table, but le ukuthi manje amagwinya enzo abantu base Pakistan nabantu base Bangladesh sikhona.
And sakhula kuyithi ebesenza amagwinya bowathengisa ngo5 until ngo7 ulala uyenzile 800 ngi 3 hours. So eyami ivela from ekutheni ebudodeni bethu let's not overlook ukwenza i200 ngelanga. And I think that conversation will drive abantu ukuthi njoba ngikhele endlini yini enginayo.
Wena mfundisi masithi i-plan ekhona official ngayiboni i-outcomes, but I can see ukuthi kunama self-help projects and economic justice literacy projects that are being proposed. Uyawabona kodwa amajita a kickstarter such, because remember when ungayenza le conference but angeke ufide wonke lo muntu la.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Because thina sifuna charity.
Yeah. Do you know our organization? We believe in helping a boy child.
Yes.
We believe that preparation is better than repairing. Yeah. So that's why we bring people like this. Yeah. If focus said aksindod, focus said umfana, would asimsizen umfana acabange different. But thina basifundisa ukuthi funda ezibasuka shini ubhale iletter. Bazi basifundisa from primary a letter to asejom ngeAfrikaans ngeSizulu. Uye high school bafundisa ubhale CV. Ufike university bakufundisa ubhale i-resume. But they're making you a professional beggar. So sithi kumntana omfana, don't be a professional beggar. Because if you don't create, you become a consumer. Sithi whatever that you can do, create something, create amagwinya, create opportunities. Because for me, money is never a problem. The problem is what do you do with resources? Resources, when you turn resources into something, they attract money. You see, impoop, it's a resource. But the money you turn into a gwinya, you attract imali. Thina sitshela abantu bayofuna imali, atshela abantu ukuthi mabadominate ama resources, then resources will attract money.
Babukele emakhaya le out le ibidwayele kuye Mozambique. Kunama floods, ingene kuma rural areas, ifeed abantu, assist young people in Mozambique from South Africa. He's now in South Africa. I hope you'll appreciate his contribution. Baba when so boneni ngale conference ukuthi so that ingabi singenzi into eza ukuthi kusasa kungabi na follow up yini mhlambe ucabanga ukuthi your company can contribute ukwenza sure ukuthi ama out ala ngaphakathi really ayaluthola usizo.
Into enkulu engitholela ngaphakathi, I think network is most important as I'm out, which is something we often lack. If umuntu une skill ne gift yakhe nento emsiza ukuthi aphumelele uzihlalela yedwa khoneni. So the one thing I took away from here ukuthi kunezinto I wish I knew when I was younger. And imali yami was more available for ezinye izinto because ngikhule ngicabanga ukuthi kumele izinto uzenze ngendlela ethile because I was not exposed ukuthi ngizwe abantu abahlakaniphe kangaka who've gone ahead of me and done things. So the biggest thing network is very important, and also the contribution that we can make, of course, it's just to make sure that we also partner with Men of Purpose just to make sure we spread the message, because we learn a lot of things that can change how our economy can be affected.
You see, what is interesting about this partnership ukuthi sikhuluma ngayo wonke umuntu usaphila. Angithi elokishini i-partnership ubona makungcwatshwa umuntu akunamuntu engekho ufile ke manje but ngalesikhathi uphila akunamuntu ofuna ucontribute elifeini yakho and nanga ama-out sithi i-partnership yiyo enosisiza ukuthi ama-conference afana nalana abe nemiphumela amajita abuyele back to our economy. Stay tuned. Siseseplanti ke igama lami ndingumbulo lejasi bengifuna ukuthi before sivale ke sincokole ngalento yokuthi but apostle sikhawathekile i-COVID, you know, isikhawathe kwavala lamasonto kwavala nama businesses sa disorganized as ilizwe yam affect lo mongameli ebene COVID uRamaphosa. Manje siwenza kanjani amajita ukuthi abuyele back in terms of strength, motivated, senza njani ukuthi amajita abuyele back to indlela ebeyiyo before kufike le corona le.
Ngifuna ukukhuluma ngento eyi-one that will unlock other doors. Amajita sine concern nokukhawateka ukuthi abantu bazothini ngami, which will stop you from doing the right thing. And what I want to attack is ungabi nescam ukuthi beyond COVID if sekune salary eyi-1 endlini or salary kusebaflile ungasabi ukuvayisa i-X5 uthole i-I30 or i-I20 uthi no ngisathatha amandla ngizobuya in 3 years time. And lento le kimi it's key beyond any catastrophe makade kwenzeka ukuthi okay I need to take stock of what I have, let me downgrade if I need to downgrade so that ama resources amancane can do more for me. So I think the first thing before singale nale amajita angasabi uthatha a step back ngoba betshe ukuthi ngizohlekwa i-media ngizohlekwa inkosikazi. Hlatha umuntu wakho phansi uthi listen bengeni 20,000 ngisengeni 8,000 bengisuggesta ukuthi imoto e1 ehambe sale ngale a1 even if usuka kwi-rent ye-12,000 ubuyele edladleni for 3 years uthi sawuthatha amandla bazokhuluma amakhelwane ungakhathazeki. I am building. So mina ngithi beyond COVID indoda kumele ithi I don't mind to lead my family in this, and if you take a step ulead uzokulandela umuntu osekhaya.
Apostle Mthanyelo kunenye into engidisturbayo njengoba sikhuluma nge-economy sikhuluma nangalento ukuthi umhlaba mawubuye back. We want our land, section 25 must be amended, all these things, but siphinde si-reduce lento yomhlaba ukuthi is only agriculture kanti thina siwabuilda ninama estate.
I think we yabona umhlaba kufuneka sibele back uma abelungu bethatha umhlaba kithi. It was a place of worship. It was a place where we build amanxiwa ethu, houses, ukuthi umhlaba wakwabani la sakhe izindlu uma indodana ilona nayo yakhe ilona ya. So it was a place where we dwell. But not only that, but it was a place where we produce. Bekwazi ukuthi umndeni wakwabani ugood ngokwenza imikhondo. Umndeni wakwabani ugood ngokwenza amatomu engoma. We were producers, we industrialized. But the migrant labor took that away from us. When white men took the land away from us. So ngithi mina, you see a problem one. Mina now we are called blacks. When mar amapun abizwa kuthiwa ama-Afrikaners after the land. So when awuna ownership ubizwa ngekhala. That's why ungekubona
i-identity yami ayikabuyi.
No, ifuneka ibe i-identity yomhlaba. Khona manje la ekuruleni kunama technical colleges that teaches you how to be an electrician, how to be a plumber, but they don't teach you how to benefit the really resources that are underneath. Like gold, how to make gold into a ring, you know. So I'm just saying we need to begin to education system it need to change so that it puts us in a space where it says here's a resource. We don't send it as a raw material, but how do we beneficiate the resources that we have? So thinking needs to change. It's not only to bring the land, but also skills.
Before ngikudedele, from here we happy.
From here we're going kasi to kasi, but we want to formulate positive gangs. If we're not good with chess, get the boys to teach them chess so that it things them to help them to think.
Uyibiza in the project? Iningayikopi le nto sikhuluma ngoba ngiyazi enye problems ala eMzansi. Wakhuluma something uyoyenza elsewhere ayimoshe ingabi seyiyo le nto umthanyele bekhulume ngayo.
Yeah, this you know what, why boys are joining gangs? Because they get affirmed.
Yes.
They are affirmed of their sexuality. They're affirmed of their skills. Uma ukwazi abazokaffirm utawinja uyakwazi. Yeah, it's the skill. Yeah.
So drive getaway car.
Yeah. Affirm utubula. Affirm lapho. So
lezi zinto ziyaba excite.
Yeah. So want to formulate we call them squads, brave squads. Ukuthi nje ubonga will have 5 to 8 boys. That is mentoring. But that is helping them to change that thing. So they are brave to think. They're brave to work hard, brave to give and to serve. You know, it's beyond us because Lamatorela asahlale lokshin. Sahlale dropping. Ngamamas, the brains have moved away. So we need to say, how do we take him back ekasi? We also want to take back Ama Parks. Ama Parks is places for smoking. We want to take the parks now to be a place for development.
Yeah. Awuthiyambonga, awuyivale from here i-company yakho izaya kuphi ngizwile ukuthi le partnership ngu-forever and sokwenza sure ukuthi kunezinto nje very interesting ezenziwayo ekasi beyond township economy ka-David Makhura. But from here senzani practically?
From here, practically, I think the first step ukuthi siphile.
Yeah.
You know, if we're talking beyond COVID, particularly when you're talking about men of purpose, to kulma, I'm called to do this and this and the other. COVID is fundisile ukuthi tough times do come. You know, even to the best of us, isn't better. So for me, it's important to teach the boy child you just need to live and survive. If you take some for the time being, etc. So for us, it's just for us to be able to survive and do whatever it takes to do that. But going forward, as Umfundisi has said, it's really about mentoring and creating those networks for young men to get some knowledge in terms of my industries.
I'm challenging every man, every uncle, every successful African man. Let's go back to the rural areas. Let's create Lama brave squads. You know, at least uma imali yakho ingeke kubonga kube nabantu abafana bayi5 bame bathi mina I was not like this. But uBrothers Banban taught me how to do business. uBrothers Banban taught me how to think beyond my poverty. So ngifuna ukusho nje sithi kubuhlanti sisebuhlanti apha siyabulela.
Last comment.
Last comment yami is ekutheni, if you've been privileged enough to have something that is worth something of value and someone looks at you and says that you are successful, you have an obligation to go back to the hood and do something for someone who will never come back and say thank you.
Uyazi ukuthi I'm inspired kule table kunuka imali kusho ukuthi lamajita akhuluma ngento ayaziyo lamajita. I'm inspired. Colleagues lapha emakhaya abantu ababukele nje wonke umuntu abantu abasha amadoda esisebenza nabo, I think it's high time ukuthi sakheni ilizwe lethu ngokuthi lama projects economy siqale ukuwenza, sidayise namagwinya, sidayise namakhekhe, singabi namahloni, senze nemifino, sihambe siye town. Umuntu waseBangladesh akakwazi ukudayisa amagwinya kwindawo ehlala kuyo. Igama lami ke ndingumbulelo Jasi nje mangithi lapha emakhaya ncinzelele.